Mob Psycho 100 is written by one, not the opening three, but that's the writer's name. It is animated by Studio Bones and arguably it's one of their best works to date. So what I love about it? What I love about the show slash manga is that it really stands out in the shonen genre. The show's biggest strength is its amazing character writing and comic timing, and also the weird cast of characters in the show which stops it from making it boring to watch and keeps you hooked with the show.
Nah, this is fine. I'm sure I'll find a way to make use of this knucklehead too.
My favorite characters are Dimple, Reagan and Shigeuki, the title character of the show. This trio of characters get amazing character development writing throughout the show. But doesn't mean side characters don't get their due. Side characters also get their time to shine like Teru, the whole body improvement slash telepathy club and Ritsu. Out of all these characters, Hanazawa and Ritsu get their own story arcs in the show. Show's biggest strength is of course its writing which balances comedy, drama and action brilliantly.
So, you just gonna keep defending yourself?
Look, I told you to stop doing that.
While other contemporary of its genre focus on action, adventure and storytelling, most of the times they struggle with fleshing out the emotional changes in its characters, which Mob Psycho does the best way possible. Like you know and relate to every struggle Mob goes through, whether that's facing the romantic problems or his problems relating to physical body improvement. Also, the history of every season is so good and enjoyable throughout all the seasons.
まだこんな力を残してやがったのか。
Although it's one of my favorite shows of this generation, it does have some criticisms. Like the biggest one I can think of is its manga. I cannot recommend its manga to anyone, because first of all it got some dodgy art style which will put off manga readers. The writing is great, don't get me wrong, but for visual media it will definitely put you off quickly. Also, the art style which makes it stand out both in anime and manga is not suitable for everyone's taste. The jokes are quick and fast, sometimes it can go over people's head. It is especially jarring to catch in manga because of its long paneling and large reading material. Although the art style improves by the later part of the series, the start of the series cannot be overlooked.
Hi? 引っ越しって
So what I prefer, sub or dub? VAs have done phenomenal job. The jokes and bits feel way too hilarious in the dub, but in emotional moments I think sub is superior. Both have their fair points, but I recommend dub. Also I prefer anime.
You're looking at the freaky but true form he reveals when he's super pissed! You're in for it!
Dimple.
This one's 5 is my top 5 favorite moments in the series, so spoilers ahead if you haven't finished the series yet. Number 5, Dimple's last stand. This one's an emotional ride. After getting ignored by Mob previously, Dimple goes on a bit of a dark path, but at the end he finally realizes what he wants. And he chooses to save Shigeo from the divine tree and sacrifices himself. Although he returns later, but at the time this was a sad conclusion to Dimple and Mob's friendship.
I can just write another one.
Mob's confrontation, it's one of my favorite moments of the series. After getting heartbroken by Emmy, Mob chooses to confront her and her friends, showing her that everyone's dream matter. It's a moment that shows Mob's growth. It's an emotional ride and shows you how good Mob really is at heart.
Super destructive!
Everyone vs Yamazaki fight. Fights like these show how cool this show can get. The fighting scene and animation is just amazing here. Here Shimazaki shows why he's one of the most powerful members of the club. But the climax of this fight is just plain hilarious. After Shimazaki one-shots everyone and Mob makes his entrance, it's Reagan who blindsides him with this.
Let me in a face you head on!
Self-defense rush! Another one of Reagan's special moves. When it's unclear if it's...
So, how'd you...
This moment between Mob and Reagan in episode 7 of season 2 is just plain beautiful. Mob just had saved Reagan's ass in front of reporters and then telling him what he always knew about him from the start. This dynamic between the two eventually becomes the show's finale in season 3, but this moment was done with a lot of subtlety and it's just plain beautiful.
You're not the same boy.
This is it. This is the fight that made me say, yeah, it's one of my favorite shows ever. It's the themes that mentioned here, the despair and the pain Mob goes through mentally. It also shows the good and bad argument which Mogami is expressing, the fucked up life he had and what he chose to do because of it. Conversation relating to what is right and what is wrong. This is also where Mob chooses to use his power to protect while going 100% freely for the first time. Also, the animation and that OST here is on its own amazing class. So that was my review of Mob Psycho 100. Please tell me what's your thoughts on the show in the comments. Thank you for watching and see you next time.